Hi. Since a while, I don't post a video. I've been taking care of my kids, and I've been thinking on a different video, and well, let's see. It's a little video about energy and legitimacy. Since I don't know, more than 1 year, I realized that I had to work on a new path, that is some call this libertarian. I don't. I see this in another way. That is, how can I say? Living on plasma. Living on, whatever it has to do with living on the ohms energy. From the source that we are. And prana is the source. So this is what is in stake. I've been for a while working on energy. More than one way. For instance, working on health, using fruits. I've been talking about this. You should eat fruits and not other thing. Fruit is our food. And so, if you eat fruit, basically you are eating healing energy, and this will put you singing. Then you have your energy, in main case, I mean the semen. If you practice semen retention, you'll see that. And then, of course, you should use it as healing energy. And this reminds me one thing, that is what in this system calls the Big Bang. Big Bang. You know, you can experience this. It's simple. Through your pineal gland, you can see that happens when you let your semen go up, and then boom, Big Bang. You see, it's like new stars forming. It's new cells. You see, it's the energy explosion. So, you see, I've been working on experience and this and that more and more. And so I can say I'm basically prepared to simply leave the food and live only on prana. Well, but there are more this has to do mainly about spiritual realm, so that has to do with both, of course. You see, the thing is, there is one only thing, just one thing in this world. That's why I already talked about this, but the illusion, you see, there are people talking about the illusion, Maya, and so on. But the thing is, there is only one thing in this world, that is life. Life. That's it. There is nothing but life. Oh, there is death. Yeah, that. There is matter. Yeah, I have a body, of course. But without life, there is nothing. Life, it's what creates and sustains everything. Then just you see, because I don't see this as vegetarian. Oh, and there is someone now talking about something like solarian, something like that. So when people refer to this in this way, forget it. Vegetarian. You don't live on air. Everything is just because life is not something like with Big Bang idea. You see, nothing exists from nothing. Nothing is nothing. You see. So there is ideas like, oh, we live, I don't know, we depend on the sun. We We are like plants. You can say what you want, but the thing is, the sun, the moon, and everything is this because, you see, the source is not matter. It's here again. It's here. Human being. Human being. Oh, again. Remember Shakespeare? To be or not to be, that is question. So, there are people that looks like human. They are not. You see? So, being, it's a term related to those who cares. So, life is the thing, is what is, nothing more, is nothing more, just life. You see? So, you see, what is the illusion? It's so simple to live in there, that the illusion can be so vast like this. The pagan culture is satanic. It's in so many ways like religion. The belief, it's always the belief, always. It's the satanic weapon, belief. So, pagan, always the power, the occult power, that is occult. What else? It's a lie. Must be occult. And so, you see, pagan, it has to do with many things, and one of the things is the culture around astrology, where they don't touch in the spirit. That is where we can see the inversion. Spirit, Antichrist, you see, always the inversion. The truth, lie. You see, the illusion is that skin. So, I'm not a vegetarian, nor I will be, but planet. If I may say, planet, well, divine, whatever, whatever. Someone that don't need to eat and or its own food is its own source. So, you see, it's not so complicated, but then not that so easy, because you see, people are somehow stick with illusion, and that is the problem. So sometimes I have to question things, even something like the legitimacy to speak, because people many times simply have no idea what they are talking about. They are simply repeating something that they think the program says that they should talk about, or something like that. Well, anyways, there are people waking it or working on that somehow, and and again they are in some way they are stick with the system in ways like the idea that they have the conception of they have about life, and that is basically around the self. You see, prana has nothing to do with the self. Has to do with every human being. And of course, everything, but that is not the same thing. The human being is one thing, and the rest is another thing. Well, I just want to leave again basic science. Legitimacy is something people need to understand, because without the knowledge about things, well, simply nothing works. So people need to be aware what really things are about. So what is legitimacy? Why? Simply because this system is a fraud. This system has no legitimacy. Again, why? It's simple, because everything is a trick, an illusion trick. They cannot explain things. What they do is a trick, illusion trick. You see? So people may think, oh yeah, they explain. Okay. They put some theory, some shit, and people has to believe and accept and obey. You see? People need to understand and take their stand. So, you see, what is their stand? That is opposition to the system. Claim what is right, what is in the truth is them, not the system. System is stealing always everything. Everything is still. They are a crime organization. The system is a mafia organization, a satanic mafia organization, which works in this way. They steal everything from us. Everything, always. They cannot justify, of course. And you see, then there is only one way, again, which is a social contract. No, this is not a contract we assign. It's the way, it's the only way. It's about things, what things are about, what the truth of things are about. It's about social duty. Social duty. So, this has to do with a concept that is we need to defend the other, where can be anyone, the other. This is where the duty concerns, social duty. And this is what politics is really about. This is what citizenship is really about. And that only obeys to natural law, which is, again, is the spiritual meaning, is the code. You see the code? Yeah, I've been talking about this code. You can find those imitations, this concept used everywhere, since civil code, road code, and they use it. The code that has nothing to do with the truth. It's about shit they want, they need. You see, representation, hierarchy. You see, representation is what the actor do. It's their work. And so politics are actors. Well, I already talked about this. Anyways, just to remind you, there is only one way. That is our participation. And this is from where we can find legitimacy, our participation. And I don't know about this video, because this stopped, because that this was too hot. I was under the sun, and it is hot. So we'll see. I will try to put this somehow working. So I was saying legitimacy comes from participation, citizen participation. There we'll have legitimacy, only there, nothing more, nothing less. And there, from there we'll have the right law, which is with our participation, we defend what is right, what is about the natural law. See? And so, this, from here, everything will take place in the right way, which is, we can call this the sustainability. That has to do with everything. Everything. Since economics, nature, everything, family, everything. See, it's simple, but everybody needs to do their own work to understand. So I hope this can help, and I hope people start join in the same path. And use any way I created. I already told this. I created communities in the Miwi, community for paradise, and so on. English, Portuguese. So I'm not alone. You need to understand this. If no one participates, well, that's not up to me. So now it's your turn. And I don't know how long I will. For how long I may use this technology and post videos. I don't know. You see, day by day I find my more and more obstacles. Like I can't use some platforms to sell and buy. I can't use apps like those for the weather cast, because I don't accept that shit. I don't accept. They call that a contract. There is no contract. That is shit. I have to accept. I don't accept, so I can't use it. They want things like they want people with the system allow them to know where people are and so on. They want people control it. Basically, is this: they want control people. They want people, if possible, always with the Wi-Fi on. They want control people. They want, So, this, for me, it's in the last days, basically. It's what So, I don't know how long I will keep doing this, posting videos, sharing, whatever. I would like to share, but you see, if someone wants contacting me, well, I don't know. This may be possible somehow. I don't know. We'll see. Just one more thing. If someone has how to do or buy or something, and leave it available to others. That would be good for everyone, because people need to identify themselves, because this is easier to communicate, to pass the message, the right message. It's a bit like the mass. Some people use yet the mass. So they don't understand data. Even if they don't they don't believe in this shit, if they use the mask, they pass the wrong sign to the others. See, so we need to be careful, because everything matters. So you should identify yourself, as I showed it before. Somehow try to do this. I'll put the image. It's easy. I'll put the image here in final. And this is, again, this is simple. Participation for legitimacy and sustainability. This is the symbol for social contract. The circle, that is the life on earth for paradise. The symbol for paradise. Well, I already explained this. So use this to identify yourself. And by the way, you need to demand what is needed to demand. That is what is right. And that is not what the system says. That are your rights. What is right? Everything belongs to human being. Everything. And so you need to demand what is right. To start with what should be, for instance, the action of police force and judges, lawyers. So everybody needs to take their stance right now. Everybody needs to identify themselves for this system that is a monstrosity of crime. So, being complice or against. So, everybody needs to take their stand. Everybody needs to identify themselves. And so, to start, for instance, with the judges, you see, why do you think there is corruption? Everything basically is under corruption. Everybody basically. For instance, simple things like the opportunity of buying some shit in sales. You see, they are mocking you and making you the accomplice of the system for some shit. They are taking everything from you and making you accomplice of this monstrosity. See? So, to start, for instance, judges must take their stand. So they must indeed identify themselves and so demand immediately the prison to politics, and I mean every politics, and every owner and chief of big corporations and departments, chief of departments. This garbage must be put in prison immediately. You see, everything is a crime organization. It's a mafia. CIA, FBI, everything masonry, Bilderberg, economic groups, banks, everything. See, these pieces of shit must be put in prison right away. So it's that simple. You just need to put your ass on the street demanding what is right. So what is not right, what is wrong, that is this shit, this system must be down. Everything is our technology, everything. YouTube, Facebook, everything, it's our. They are still everything for us. For instance, our intellectual property, they are still everything. Facebook, they shut my Facebook. I don't know, 4, 5, I don't know how many, with lots of matter, intellectual property, my property. They stole everything from me. Where is it? You see? So, and other crimes, of course, censoring and so on, bullying. It's only crime. This system, it's only crime. So, you know what you need to do. Stay well. Until next one.